Hello. I'm just making some breakfast and kind of going through it, and I thought, hey, I kind of feel like talking, so I guess now is a good time for us to talk. Been a lot of ups. I really had convinced myself that I'd come to a place where I wouldn't call things an episode anymore because they seemed less severe and it's more controllable, and I think there's some truth to that. But I think a lot of the symptoms that I've been experiencing, they're still there. And I've been sober for over 5 months now, which feels great. And yeah, still having trouble. I would consider some of these things to be wow, this is getting really loud all of a sudden. Could be PTSD, could be ADHD, could be bipolar or borderline, I don't really know yet. But just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm like really happy with the ways that I've been. How can I do this? Sorry. So like yesterday, and I think like the day before, and today, it's been really hard to not put myself down for not being as productive as I want, and wasting time and putting myself down and not realizing that I've been like, I don't know, just haven't been myself. Haven't been able to do those small things that I thought I really had gotten a hang of, or at least like had, I don't know, some control over. Still really hard. A lot of paranoia still in regards to living here, and still struggling with like some nightmares, and mourning, definitely still like mourning the loss of, friends and pets and relationships, and having to confront a lot of the things in those relationships that I thought were normal and okay, but were like abusive. And like right now I can laugh about it, but last night, and last night I wasn't in a very laughing mood. I was I call it numb and empty, but I was dissociating. And it sucks because I really thought like, oh, I had like a good couple weeks or month, I guess. I would even say like couple months. Like the past couple months I felt like more like myself than I ever could, or that I ever have probably in my entire life. Just, embracing the things that I want to be, and not letting someone else depict if that's okay for them or not, because like that's who I am. If that's not okay with you, whatever. Sometimes I just like don't really know what I'm like looking for out of life, and I forget about my goals and why they're important, but even more so, I think I just forget that I don't always have to be looking. I can just be. That's really hard for me, especially like being home, living alone, which isn't going to be for much longer, thank gosh. So excited for that, but yeah, I just want to get the fuck out of here. Like I kind of enjoy living alone, but I also think it's really hard. It's hard when you don't feel 100% all the time, like you don't have someone there to kind of point out like, oh, like you're acting kind of weird or something. That's hard. And I guess like the people I have lived with, whenever I get that way, there's very few of those people who have actually not put me down for having those days. They would just kind of bully me and tell me that I should be happy. Why am I not happy? You have nothing to not be happy about. And that's like not what you want to hear when you're feeling depressed and feeling like you should isolate yourself because you do have those feelings, you know? Like that's kind of not what you want to hear. Um, so yeah, it's funny that even living alone, I have taken on those attributes and been putting them, using them against myself. And so that's why it's hard to live alone. um, I feel a little better just talking about it. I want to be like at least like a 7 out of 10, like a lot of the time. And I think my baseline, honestly, is just like a 5 or a 6. And that's really hard to accept because, like, sometimes I'm at like an 11. Like, I do get hyper, I do get like overstimulated, I do get like giddy and childish. And I really do enjoy that side of myself, probably more than some other people do, because sometimes it's like, you know. But, I don't know. Can't be like that all the time. It's I couldn't even if I wanted to. So that was something like that I learned about myself recently, is that like your base level isn't always like a 10. Sometimes it's like a 7 or something. I have like this perfectionism attitude in terms of like my skill set, and because I'm not like a master, I don't think of any of the things that I'm passionate about. It's really hard to keep telling myself that I'm gonna get somewhere with any of it. Doesn't really, and like a lot of these things that I'm talking about, like I'm talking to myself about it now because like there's only so much that someone else can tell you before you have to start like saying it to yourself. So this is me like trying to say it to myself. Fuck, it's hard. And I don't know, like just a lot of people walk into my life and act like they give a shit and that they can understand, but they quite make it quite obvious that there's like, it's so like surface level bullshit, you know? It's so hard to find people that you can like connect with. And so I've been more pleased with like the people that I've like hand selected in my friend group to be there for me, because I don't think that, like realistically, like I don't think that they've ever let me down. I couldn't expect anything more from them. Just the fact that they pick up the phone and are willing to talk to me and listen to me cry sometimes is like just a really good feeling, and I hope that anyone else struggling can deal with whatever intrusive or negative thoughts or you know, whatever bad habits that you have that you're trying to work through. Like those things are really tough to do alone, and sometimes it just helps to just tell a friend that like you're doing that, or at least that you're trying to, that it's a goal for you. And you know, it just helps to know like someone's gonna ask me about it. Oh yeah, I mean, I want to share like more of the good stuff that has been happening to me recently. I want to do it in like a more fun way, but I don't know if I can. It's weird because it's like it's a big deal for me, but so I want to like present it as such, but at the same time, like I don't think that, like maybe it would be beautiful to just say it and not feel like people are gonna be able to think that it's not genuinely what I am and how I feel. So yeah, things that I have been learning about myself is that I prefer women. I have felt strongly like a lot of intimate feelings about women for a long time, and so I had pushed myself into relationships that I honestly thought were quite self-harming. Like the fact that I tolerated a lot of the things that they did for me for such a long time as well as blocking out a lot of those intimate feelings for women because it would make them uncomfortable. Like that to me is self-harming behavior, and so I've done that most of my life, and it's really had an effect on me. But now that I can confidently say like I am a lesbian, or at least like I would date someone who is like comfortable in whatever gender, you know, that they choose. Um, yeah, like pan, lesbian, queer, like just I'm a queer. Like I love it. It makes me happy to just, you know, own up about it. And yeah, also about the gender thing. I don't know. I think I'm just non-conforming. Um, Another reason why I looked up to a lot of the guys that I was with is because like I wanted to be like them. Um, I wanted to be like accepted by them as like their best friend. That felt really good. Obviously, like when you're entering in like an intimate relationship, and they don't know that that's why you look up to them, they can take it to extremes. That happened quite a lot. Yeah, just lame, and stuff that I'm working through. But better to be honest about it. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I honestly, like, it would be cool to have, like, he pronouns thrown out there. It would be cool to have they, them pronouns thrown out there. Um, I think that's really cool. But I also love, like, being feminine. Like, I just love it. Like, I love it too. So, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't actually say that, you know, gender should be conformed by, like, being more masculine or being more feminine. This is just how I feel. You know, like, I don't want to be called anything. I just want to be me. Like, I just want to be Summer, honestly. Uh, I don't know. Fuck it. That's just how I feel. For a long time, actually, funny story, my past partners had told me not to cut my hair short, told me not to shave the sides of my head because it would make me, because that's what lesbians do, is I'm pretty sure what they said. Well, turns out they can go fuck themselves. Because not only is that completely untrue, but also 100% what I want to be and what I want to do. And I'm happy I followed through. Anyways, I might be burning my food. I don't know. Maybe I should just post this uncut. I don't know. No, a lot of people won't watch all the way through, which is totally chill. I talk a lot. Probably only like select friends might like put up with these ramblings and be a little proud of me. So thank you, friends. And if not, that's totally that's okay. This is 15 minutes long. It's okay. I'll see you at some point, because you probably already know a lot of this stuff. But hey, to me, good job. I know you have a lot of cool ideas. You're gonna get to them. Just keep taking care of yourself, keep loving yourself. Keep learning more things about yourself. That's never gonna change in your whole life. You're always gonna be evolving. You're always gonna be changing. You're always gonna be finding new people and new things about yourself that you love. And I love you. Sometimes it might seem like I don't. I do. I do love myself. I do love you pointing at myself, but I love whoever's watching probably. Well, I won't say that. Love is a very touchy subject at the moment. But I encourage everyone to love themselves. Even if you are toxic as fuck, I mean, maybe a loving step would be to go to therapy. Just a suggestion. Okay. That ended pretty salty. We're gonna end with something positive. I'm gonna look at my self-boundaries and give you one. I accept that the process to recovery is not a linear one. Cool. See ya.